Hi, I'm Stacy Swiderski, a photo editor here at Wonderful Machine, and I'm about to work on a web edit for photographer Ben Rollins. Ben is a portrait, reportage, and music. Ben is a portrait and reportage photographer based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he initially came to us looking for membership. And when he applied for membership, we told him that he has good work, but his website organization is a little bit distracting and not really representing his work as effectively as it could be. So let's take a quick look at his website. You'll see that it launches to an overview gallery, and in this overview gallery we have a mixture of some reportage, some studio portrait work, and some environmental portrait work, maybe a little bit of fine art imagery, pretty much an assortment of everything that he does, but we're not really able to get a sense of the details of that work by the way it's displayed. In general, we don't recommend putting an overview gallery, and we would just say to show the images in their appropriate categories. That way, clients can clearly navigate to what they're looking for and get a good understanding of the type of work that a photographer does without being confused. On the landing page, we have an image of children, and out of context, we're not really sure if he specializes in children's photography or if this image right here is actually related to a story. Let's take a look at Ben's editorial gallery. Again, something we would advise against is titling a gallery editorial. It's a pretty broad range of work that's considered editorial, a pretty broad range of clients that are considered editorial clients. So ideally with this category, what we would do is take the editorial portraits out and try to put them in a category of their own and separate the tear sheets and put the tear sheets into a category of their own. After that, we have a section called Humanitarian. And when I spoke with Ben, he told me how important his NGO and humanitarian work is to him. These are images from a series of projects that he's included in one gallery. And honestly, I'm not sure if it's necessary for him to have a complete gallery of humanitarian work if there's not an actual storyline coming across here. So that's something we'll address in his edit. After that, we have a gallery of videos. Ben has quite a bit of motion work and it's all very strong. So with this, what we'll do is organize it so it's a little bit easier to navigate, and also so that it's easier to understand the different types of motion work that he's doing. So ideally with this motion work is we'll chop it down a little bit, take out any stories that aren't strong and highlight the ones that are. So with the motion work, we'll chop it down just a bit to really highlight his strongest work and eliminate any of the videos that may be repetitive when compared to some of the others. We'll also try to organize it in a manner so that they're thematically grouped together and it doesn't jump around from a music video to an education video to a more documentary style work. Outside of the videos gallery, we have a projects heading, which shows 4 different projects. We have the beauty of Little 5 Points, which is a cool little section in Atlanta where Ben's from. This is a beautiful portrait project, beautiful documentary project. There's also a video in here. So we'll just tighten up this edit a little bit. He has a gallery of Selma and Uniontown. Again, this will be fine-tuned. We'll get rid of any images that aren't strong in order to highlight the images that are. Then he has a pop stars grouping. And although it's great that he shoots music, the way he has it organized in here isn't very effective. And it's actually a little off-brand for the other work he's showing and the work he's interested in pursuing. So we'll address this and talk about the best way of working with this in the future. And then the last project is Small Change. And the last project is Small Change, Big Difference. Again, another reportage project. about a church in Kentucky. Okay, on Ben's About page, she has info and contact, a nice bio, a photograph, which is what we recommend, a direct link to his email address. As you can see, his URL is thebenrollins@gmail.com. So it would be nice if his URL was more consistent with his name and his branding. benrollins.com or benrollinsphoto.com might be a bit better. Contact information and a video. And he also has a CV on here, which as a commercial photographer isn't something you necessarily need to have on there unless you're also pursuing your fine artwork. So we'll talk to Ben a little bit more about this. Okay, I'm going to go and get started on his edit, and I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Do you have the time by any chance?
4:33.